in the proctorial, in the committee that suspended us, that expelled us from hostels, from entry into common places, and from entering into administrative building, there was an SC/ST representative. This was not true, because the decision was taken in executive council, which does not have any single SC/ST representative. These are the minutes. These are the minutes of 167th meeting of Executive Council held on November 27, 2015. The members of this includes, she also claimed that there was no BJP appointed person in this particular committee. The Vice Chancellor, who is the chairman of this committee, Professor Podile Apparao, was appointed by MHRD under the leadership of Smriti Irani. Hence, this is also another fake news that has been spread by Smriti Irani in the parliament. Now, this consists of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 members. Amongst these 11 members, there is no SC/ST representative. And this, in page number 4, the decision is being reported at page number 4. In decision number 5, it is clearly reported that in response to the communication from the Ministry of HRD and the counter affidavit, what decision was taken was not to allow the following students to stay in hostels at the university till they complete their respective courses or programs at the university, and also they were not permitted to participate in student union elections, enter the hostels, administration building, and other common places in groups. Hence, this is an absolute lie that has been spread by Smriti Irani in the parliament. The third lie which he has spread was on the FIR that got registered on 4th. Registry of an FIR does not mean that an offence has been established. She was saying that an unlawful assembly has been formed, and that has went to someone's room, and they have threatened him that they will immolate him. How can she justify? How can she read that thing that got quoted in an FIR? But an after development of this comes through the statement of Commissioner of Police. The Commissioner of Police, who has submitted a counter affidavit to this claim that was claimed by Mr. Sushil Kumar, President of ABVP, in which Commissioner of Police has clearly stated that there was no violence that happened, and perhaps these copies were also being made available to the media personnel also. This is another misstatement that has been given by Smriti Irani ji. And the fourth one, on the caste status of Rohit Vemula. She was referring, not only she, Minister for Social Justice Thawarchand Gehlot also was referring to the report submitted by the ACP. The duty of ACP was to receive a caste certificate and to check whether the person was a scheduled caste or not. He is not a competent authority to investigate into the caste of a person. The competent authority to investigate into the caste of a person is a magistrate. In fact, mother of Rohit Vemula, who is a scheduled caste, grandmother of Rohit Vemula, who adopted mother of Rohit Vemula, they both have deposed before the magistrate. And an inquiry process has already been going on at the magistrate level. Now, Minister for Social Justice Thawarchand Gehlot and Minister for HRD Smriti Irani, they both are claiming that Rohit Vemula is not a Dalit. Let the inquiry process come on. There is already a caste certificate which states that Rohit Vemula is a scheduled caste. Hence, these all false concocted lies which are being spread out by Smriti Irani is only to divert the issue, because there is clear-cut involvement by BJP as well as her own officials, who have written 5 reminders, and in these 5 reminders, what is important is one DO letter. That DO letter was written by Joint Secretary Sukhbir Singh Sandhu. He has asked the Vice Chancellor, this letter was directly written to Professor Podile Apparao by name, not by designation of Vice Chancellor. He has asked Professor Podile Apparao to look into the matter that was being referred by the letter submitted by Union Minister for Labour and Employment Bandaru Dattatreya personally. He has asked Appa Rao to look into the matter personally. Hence, because of this pressure, Professor Padale Appa Rao, without conducting any inquiry, he has constituted an executive council subcommittee in a very dark fashion, without making it known to us, and has taken a decision in the executive council where Professor Padale Appa Rao was the chairman, where there was no SC/ST representative, and has expelled all of us, making us no rooms to stay in the hostels. We don't have any access to food in that point of time. Rohit Vemula was struggling to receive his 7 months fellowship. He does not have a fellowship. We were staying out in open from January 4th till 17th of January, where Rohit Vemula has passed away, out in open in the chilled winter space. There was no humanitarian consideration shown on us. There was no consultation initiated by the Vice Chancellor. There was no deliberation with the students who were sleeping out in the open. And these all political processes, political involvement by BJP has led to the suicide of Rohit Vemula, wherein Rohit Vemula on 18th of December has written a letter to the Vice Chancellor in which he clearly stated that, dear Vice Chancellor, you are acting on the behalf of ABVP. In order to support ABVP, you have suspended, you have socially boycotted 5 Dalit students. And now, you are a Lilliput in front of Donald Trump. What he has also suggested was hand over a rope to the Dalit students who come into the campus, or hand us over some poison. And he requested Vice Chancellor to make preparations for euthanasia, because he was being thrown into a situation of stress, because injustice was meted out against him. Why is she selectively taking the statements of Rohit and reading out in Parliament? Why is she afraid to talk about the statements of Rohit against BJP, RSS and ABVP in the Parliament? These all questions we would like to put before the Honorable Minister Smriti Irani, and at the same time, yes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he was at Baba Saheb Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, he said that इस भारत में एक बेटे को, भारत माँ ने एक बेटे को खो दिया. He said that India has lost her son. But we have another question to be put before Modi ji. If India has lost her son, the same son was branded as anti-national. The same son was branded as casteist because he was fighting against casteism. The same son was branded as extremist by your own cabinet minister who is sitting alongside of you, Union Minister for Labour and Employment, Bandaru Dattatreya ji. What action Narendra Modi ji has taken against this particular Union Minister who has written not as MP, not as just as a member of Parliament, he has written with DO number, in the capacity as Minister for Labour and Employment. What action has Narendra Modi ji has taken? Why has he not sacked Union Minister for Labour and Employment Bandaru Dattatreya from Union Cabinet Ministry?
Smriti Irani garu mari adi stipend ఇచ్చాము ఇవ్వకుండా ఏం లేదని చెబుతున్నారు. రికార్డ్స్ తో సహా అక్కడ ఉంది. ఆ పిల్లడికి 7 నెలల నుంచి స్టైఫండ్ రాలేదు. అవన్నీ చాలా అబద్ధాలు చదువుతున్నారు. అసలు ఆ మూలానే ఈ హిస్టరీ ఎంత పెద్దగా అవుతుంది. కులాన్ని గురించేసి ఈ పోలీసులు ఎంక్వైరీ చేయటం, దీని ఎంక్వైరీ చేసేసి చాలా 5-6 గంటలు అట్లాగా 4 గంటల పైన మా అమ్మని అది పెంచుకున్న అమ్మని అట్లాగే ఇబ్బంది పెట్టేసి చేస్తే ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతం ఆమె కూడా చనిపోయారు. ఇక్కడ నా కొడుకు చనిపోయాడు, మా అమ్మ చనిపోయింది. మా కుటుంబంలో ఇంకెంతమంది చనిపోయిన దాకా న్యాయం జరగదా? ఇంకెంతమంది చనిపోవాలి? స్మృతి ఇరానీ గారు, మిమ్మల్ని అసలు నేను ఒక మాట అడుగుతున్నాను. మీరు సస్పెండ్ చేయాలనేసి మీరు సంతకం పెట్టి పంపించిన లెటర్లో నా కొడుకు తీవ్రవాది ఉగ్రవాది అని ఉంది. నా కొడుకు ఉగ్రవాది తీవ్రవాది ఎట్లాగా అయ్యాడో అసలు నాకు ఖచ్చితంగా మీరు తెలియచేయాలి. నాకు